All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in, and I want to do a quick post-fight reaction here on live. The big fight tonight, you guys know Mario Barrios, the former WBC welterweight champion, went up against Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, let me get this out the way. Congratulations to him. He wins by unanimous decision, improving his record to 25-2, becoming the new WBC welterweight champion, proving me and a lot of other people wrong. So I want to take my hat off to him. You guys know his back was up against the wall in this fight. It was do or die time for him. And, I picked Mario Barrios to win the fight based on his technical ability and Ryan just seeming to not be focused, on what he was doing. But Ryan proved me wrong tonight. He went in there. He was absolutely 100% focused. He dropped Barrios in round number 1 with an overhand right. I think that just shocked everyone. 10 seconds into the fight, and Barrios gets dropped. So I was very disappointed in Barrios' performance. Honestly, I don't know what he was doing in the ring tonight. He wasn't establishing his jab. He was standing straight there in front of Ryan Garcia, not moving his head, getting teed off on. And Ryan, to be honest, he looked absolutely spectacular tonight. His 1-2 was on point. His fast hands. I think he was just a little bit too fast for Barrios. Barrios just couldn't seem to get his shit together. He lost every round. Every round. To me, he did better in the fights with Thurman. He did better in the fight with Pacquiao. He did better in the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. So I don't know what was going on in this fight. Well, he just was not there. He didn't make any adjustments, none whatsoever. And Ryan, like I said, he definitely improved since the Rolly fight. We already knew he was strong. We already knew he had a great left hand. But that right hand, I think a lot of people were underestimating his right hand. I thought he was going to knock Barrios out. He didn't do it, but he won absolutely every round. So I gotta say kudos to him. Even though I criticized him leading up to the fight, you guys know who watch the channel, I'm man enough to come on here and say I was wrong about a fighter. He proved me wrong. He went in there and did what he was supposed to do. He cleaned Mario Barrios up. So now he is a champion. He's in there with the big players now. Ryan Garcia, Devin the Dream Haney, Shakur Stevenson, those type of guys. Now we can get these big fights. These fights are going to be even bigger now because these big names, they all have titles now. And you guys heard Ryan Garcia call out Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson was there at the fight. Let me see if I have the clip here. Let me pull it up real quick, guys. Give me a second.
Next fight, what do you want it to be? You know who I want. He's right there. Shakur Stevenson. Let's go. Let's run that shit. Hey, I want to be a great champion, and I'm not scared of shit. I saw Devin Haney. I'll fight Shakur Stevenson. I'll fight anybody. Let's fucking go. I know Shakur Stevenson. Right?
What's going on? How you doing? You got the loveliest Jessica.
Above you right now. What do you think of that? The thing is, like, you gotta have some type of punching power to get me off you, because it'd be a different style, and I'm not gonna hit him light. Every time I get him, I'm put it on. I want that fight. Shakur, let's get it. I see, hey, I like the hat. You look fly, but I want that work. Let's get it.
All right. You guys heard that. He called out Shakur. Shakur was there. Shakur wants to fight too. I think Shakur said they was going to meet in the middle. They weren't going to fight at 147. They weren't going to fight at 140. They were going to meet somewhere in the middle. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's an exciting fight. It can't be denied. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the things that Ryan Garcia has been doing with his personal life and things of that nature, the guy, he put on a good fight tonight. I can't deny that. And shout out to Gary Antoine Russell. He got the win tonight over Andy Hiroka. That was a good fight. I think Hiroka didn't come on strong until, I think, round number 6. I gave him 4 rounds. He did a extensive body work in those rounds that I did give him, but he didn't start out the fight very well. Antoine was pushing the action in the fight. He was being the more aggressive of the two. Uh, you know, he was on his back foot the whole time. But when he started moving forward, then that's when he started having, some success with Gary Russell. And it just was too late. Gary Russell, he got the win because I think that Andy just came on too late in the fight. But it was a good fight. I didn't really know who was going to win that fight. I didn't really make a prediction. I saw it as a 50-50 fight, but I did enjoy that fight as well. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Salute. What's going on? Yeah, man, it was a good card, man. Who was supposed to fight tonight that didn't fight? I think Africa was supposed to fight tonight. Wasn't he supposed to fight Oscar Duarte tonight? And I think he pulled out. He got sick or something like that. I was kind of disappointed that fight didn't happen. Uh, what do you guys think about that? You think he was really sick? Some people say he was scared. I don't think he was scared, man. Why go through all that training camp, all that just to pull out of a fight because you're scared? I don't see that. But people are gonna say that it sounds good. So yeah. But anyway, guys, just wanted to come on here and give my thoughts on that. It was a complete shutout. I mean, what can you say? You know, you can't say anything but Ryan did his thing. You can't do anything but give him his props. I know people who don't like Ryan, they're not going to give him his props. I don't like Ryan, but I'm giving Ryan his props because, he did what he had to do tonight. Like I said, his back was up against the wall and he rose to the occasion. That's all you can ask for in a fighter, for them to do their best. And he did his best and he became a champion tonight. I harped on the fact that he wasn't a champion, that all of his peers have been doing all these big things. Now Ryan has finally got himself a strap. Now we're going to see what he does with these big players. As long as he's on the straight and narrow, not with performance enhancing drugs in his system. I want to see a clean Ryan fight Devin Haney. I want to see a clean Ryan fight Shakur Stevenson, those type of guys. That's what I want to see. But anyway, just wanted to get my thoughts on it, guys. Like I said, shout out to Ryan and his team. I think he dedicated his win to his father. That's pretty cool. His father has his back. I like that. I like the fact that he's with his dad. I like the fact that Devin Haney's with his dad. I think you know that's special to me. To your dad. Just to have your dad in your corner like that. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think about the fight tonight. Like I said, what do you think about him and Shakur Stevenson fighting? Do you think Ryan has the skill set to beat a Shakur Stevenson? You guys let me know in the comment section. It's the CMP. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.